Hello, my dear people of Monkey Man's Jungle League. My name is Walrus, and I'm here to talk about the new MGL Wednesday game with you. It's already in some episodes, some sessions in. This is the third session, if I'm correct. As you can see, I'm just still posting the link because I'm a wholesome individual. And I'm going to start with the nation of Isugi, which is played by our favorite Polish man Zizna, if I am remembering it correctly. So, Ishin is having okay Ishin mana right now, probably a good mana gain mill, 12 mana, which is pretty oof. It has a cruel trait, which doesn't really matter that much considering he already owns most of his relevant land, if I see it correctly. And Manila is already his vassal, which is pretty cool. Let's take a look at the diplomat mode. We can already see that he's slowly marching towards Malacca, which is pretty cool. Expansion is setting pretty nicely. He seems to be in a friendly relationship with Manchu, considering how strong this Manchu actually is. I think that's a correct take. Even though I'm a bit surprised that he does not have proper mountain fortifications in the north in Korea, which is also part of his Nippon node. In my opinion, that's an honest mistake. Considering the Nippon node is one of the better nodes in Asia, I don't really know that much about the mod setup because we're playing with a different China and India in the mod. I still think Nippon is a pretty good take. Let's take a look at the dev situation. He already deved a bit in Shikasen or in Hakata, which means it will be really good because it's a cold province later on. Also, it's a center of trade. It was upgraded to 2. I guess it was used to spawn colonialism on the Renaissance, but I cannot say for sure. He already also embraced colonialism. Let's take a look at the ideas. Quantity, economic quality, which is in my opinion the correct take for Japan, because quantity into economic shapes up to be the greedy meta at the current point in EU4's lifetime, and quality ideas is so much a no-brainer, like saying that you should like and subscribe to Sword Fighting Academy. Totally not sold out. Mission-wise, pretty much nothing used. Trustworthy allies for diplomatic reputation and the integration, I guess, that will be used once you can go for diplomatic annexation again. Bushido code was used early, I don't really know why. Divine Wind, nothing really special in my opinion. And yeah, I think you will get better ones if you follow Japan, but who write in the manual from Japan if you can have independent daimyo. I still think this should be changed in the mod. I'm really a big hater towards leaving Kyoto alone. I just think it looks ugly in the map, and I think it's counterproductive. Also, you could think about changing the number of states thingy in the mod. That's just my take. I don't know why Cisna went for curtain noble privileges if 15% manpower is actually one of the best modifiers from this entire tier set, which is in my opinion a mistake. Meritocratic recruitment is alrighty. I think personally the nobles of the rope is a bit better. Select the naval doctrine for merchant navy. You should do that ASAP because it's cheaper that way. And your vessels currently are a bit unloyal. Korea is a bit big, but that's mostly due to divergent trait. I guess you can integrate the Ainu pretty soon. Tech wise, you're looking pretty good. Bit behind on mill, but it's not like anyone is going to challenge you in the soonish future. Let's take a look at the building situation. That looks like you have already built the better ones. Look at the temple, Shikosen and Aki and Suo are probably something that you should build. Manufactories like Kosuke is pretty much a no-brainer. You should build them that ASAP. In my opinion, there's no really an excuse for not building it yet. Let's take a final look at the advisor situation. Discounted admin advisor looking pretty good on that front. Can you take something better? I don't think so. Yeah, the country is looking pretty decent. Considering you missed out quite a lot of the first session, if I remember correctly, the nation is looking good. in my opinion, you should try to focus on expanding here ASAP. I actually don't know if a player is in that area, as I'm just playing part-time in this season, so I'm sorry if I'm skipping someone. So the next country I'm taking a look at is the Manchu Nation. Like pretty big. That's what she said, by the way. Building a lot of farm estates. It's making 40 ducats a month with 68 income. It's looking pretty rich right now. Not really paying that much in army maintenance. I'm really not a friend of these advisor setups. I think you're wasting tons of potential. Not investing in additional mana. Additional mana is always great. For example, you should, in my opinion, just invest into a way better middle advisor, probably a +3. Same with here, at least a +2 to get a bit better mana. Currently, you're going for 100% cav, which is due to Tangery and Reformed Steppe Nomads. Yeah, I guess you're going full cav with the Manchu little. Yeah, we're just really confused about that one. Land Leader Shock. And what's the policy of humanist and quality? Like, I actually don't. It's yearly prestige decay and yearly prestige. How should I paraphrase it? I think humanist ideas in multiplayer is an interesting take, to phrase it nicely. I don't think it's a good take. I actually think it's a horrible take, because the best idea in the entire game is economic ideas, simply because it's the best economical all-round idea in the game. It has some good buffs for the way you play your nation, but it's not snowballing your nation, which is a bummer, because you're currently one of the stronger nations in the entire world. I think that's a horrible, disastrous misplay, because you're essentially lacking at 5% discipline, as well as all the economic buffs and the build powers and everything. I think your nation would be immensely stronger. It would be insanely strong. You're at 20 ideas, so you're not part of the exclusive 21 ideas gang, but the nation overall is looking pretty good. I'm not looking at the middle stats, because you're probably just going to int Russia, or Uzbek, or Delhi. And I think you will probably win if you're not playing it badly, unless you're inting Russia. Because I actually think Russia is stronger than you, but we're gonna see in the next session. Trading wise, you are collecting in human, which is an interestingly rich node. I think this is one of the richest human I have seen in quite some time. You're only one pro state really in the Beijing node, which is the capital. Beijing got raised. As I said, I do not really like hordes. People know that. Weird take. Also, I don't really know how to properly use the estates here, so I rather shut up instead of telling bullshit. So I'm going to take a look at the China nations. For people that are not aware of it, we're playing in a modded version and the Baduk Atman mod, which is usually made by Baduk and just with some different things, because Monkey Man is a cool app. Some Wu ideas look like a naval and cannon focused build. Don't really know who is playing this nation, but this nation will just die horrible. The ideas are bad. The ruler is okay, is average. He's horribly behind in ideas. I don't really know what happened here. Income should be pretty high at 68, because he's in the richest node in all of China. He's not built up in the slightest on that front. Built up on workshops and on temples. I really don't know how good the formables are in the mod. I would usually just suggest that you try to int one of your neighbors, but that's already too late. I think you're next on the chopping block. And that's why I'm not going to take any more time on your nation. I'm sorry. Next tag is Nanyue, which is a part of the 21 Idea Gang, sponsored by Susuni, because Susuni is a wholesome individual and a POC player. Susuni, is he running teardrop free advisors? Probably not. Tier 1, also a misplay. I'm going to check the development situation of that part after Xiaoshu. Just for this, I really like the flag of Nanjue, a 606 ruler, which is probably the reverse of Susuni. Kick W. Pretty good usage of advisors from what I can see. I really like that one. It's a bit Pepega that you're not going to use Improve Relations one, which is like literally better in every fucking aspect. That's a bit Pepega. Yeah, it's good. Like, you make tons of mana, your air is pretty good, your income is pretty good, your Diplotech is not that good, but you will catch up. 21 Ideas Gang is pretty POC. You have 10% manpower, 15% force limit, 10% fire damage, 10% goods produced, and 10% morale. If I would have to paraphrase it in a Borky way of saying that, I would say, ho 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 ho, Susuni POC. But I actually think your country is like insanely strong. If you take a look, you expanded pretty much here. I don't really know if there's Southeast Asia formable, because I do not have a fucking clue about the mod in most aspects. But your expansion is also looking really POC already. I guess you can probably just kill Sangwoo and make a deal with Abman in Chashu. Like, Susuni is so fucking strong. Susuni can actually be relevant this game. What a time to be alive. Xiaoshu, 50.88 income. Abman is only at 18 ideas. That's alright though. His nation is 15% attrition. It's an attrition nation. I think the formables were pretty strong. I actually have no clue about the formables. Advisor wise, he's looking okay-ish. Cannot really afford better ones. Should have tried Yelling Chai. Advisors, of course, a discipline strict ruler. Yeah, that's pretty much it. What I'm going to say about this country. Take a look at the dev situation. As you can see, Apan already developed a good chunk of his country here. I think he's playing it pretty well, and it shows. Nanyue is also doing okay-ish. Could do a bit better. And Sangwoo starts in a pretty good developed area. That's pretty much it for China. And your Khmer got killed. So Delhi, I already said this yesterday when I was talking to some people. Delhi is currently the #1 great power, but the country looks horrible to me. Why does it look horrible to me? Look, it has a 454 ruler. That's pretty good. He's 22 and strict. That's pretty POC, not gonna lie. But look, I'm going to go over the infrastructure. So many amazing things are not built. Taxation things also not built. Manufactories also not built. Why are you saving so much money? Barracks, nothing built. Not like you were missing out on something. Regimental camps, nothing built. 16 ideas. You're behind in ideas. You have Delhi ideas. Delhi ideas are hot shit, in my opinion. You have, I don't know at which nation you started, because we are going to use this awesome time panel. So we see that you started as Jaunpur, and I'm just saying, why didn't you just form goddamn Punjab or Nepal, or try to go for it? I think that's a horrible misplay. And I don't really know how I'm getting out of this shit. If we're taking a look at your nation and at the cultures in general, you're not close to converting to any goddamn culture. You should go ASAP. You should just go and form Punjab or Nepal. That's a no-brainer. Because otherwise you will not be relevant, because Delhi ideas are utter garbage. 103 income is pretty okay for your for the nation. I just think your nation is lacking so much aim towards going into the future that I'm just not thinking it will be strong and relevant, because in my opinion Jaipur is one of the best stars in India. Don't really know about them all. I think we are playing with normal India. You pretty much killed Bengal. Navarre is just way stronger at you. I'm not going to look at missions of the Chinese and golf reforms. I will just refer to your awesome explaining video, Baduk. Why I'm doing this, because I think you explained it quite well, and I do not really want to use any time for that because I'm a busy individual. That's pretty much it. Nothing special. I think this nation looks way scarier than it actually is. Tek Mavar. Yeah, this country has some wars, 5 ideas, horrible behind here. If Delhi would be an asshole, he could probably be a single India, but he's not going to do it. You should pick a deity. You should just win this war, which is not that hard. Your income is horrible. Like, why is your gold mine only making that much cash? Like India is looking not that at all. Like, I think this is probably one of the weaker Indias I've seen in recent times. I think it's actually the weakest by far. Not a really standout nation. I don't consider Delhi a standout nation by any means. Timurids have died. Considering how strong Jaipur should be, it's insane how weak they are. Also, Mewar has good ideas but horrible income. Delhi has horrible ideas but decent income. I don't really see how India is not going to get annihilated by colonizers. Oh, guess what? Colonizers are also dead or irrelevant. Pretty interesting game this time. So, let's go to the next nation of Uzbek. So, what are we going to say about Uzbek? Uzbek, I don't really fucking know how he lost this war. I just saw that he went into that area. And let me give you one good advice. If you are an horde, you are going for calf, just don't run here. This mod gives you 40% war goal. On a war goal, it takes so much better. You can expand here. Like, what are you going to do? You're Sunni, which is one of the worst religions in the game. You're allied to QQ. You could have just waited for him to bankrupt and just int him and just take some land here and take a nice like border. Wait and just go in again with the other people. And you just lost your gold mine, putting yourself nearly into irrelevancy. I don't really know. I think that's really just so poorly played. And if Delhi actually wants, and what Delhi should do, he should just ram your bottom part away, take Kabulistan, and then just into Persia. And I think you have a pretty big problem. Jaipur into Persia is actually a pretty legit play if possible. But, well, we're gonna see. I just think this Uzbek will probably die next session, because Manchu can eat him, Russia can eat him, Delhi can eat him, even Karakayonlu, even ducking Karakayonlu, who's also behind as hell, as we will see, will be able to kill me. Like, he entered you while bankrupt and still managed to lose. That's impressive. I just think he wanted to bite off more than he could chew. That's his mistake. That's not played well. Slowly but surely, like, I think you lost your nation with that war. Even though these are harsh words, I think you should try to fix it next time, because right now, what are you going to do? You can fight on steps, sure, like build a fort here or there. And well, like, what are you going to do? I don't know what you're going to do to survive. I just think your country is looking like really, really weak. So, I'm going to use Terra Incognita to give me a small view over Butua. Butua is Orthodox. I don't know who had his finger in that thingy. Behind the ideas, that's pretty normal for a nation that is pretty much forgotten for 99% of the EU4 player base and only loved by multiplayer players, and GLDR in EU4 Africa is just horrible because you're so far behind on tech and institution. Usually, I think that could be fixed in the mod, pull them up to free. Wink wink. Behind the ideas have to spawn in institutions, which was done in Kalonga. I think that's the cheapest province, but at that point I'm just going to say, why are you deving a province that is not even your primary culture group, and your gold mines are not even on 10, or like not even deved at all. Like this is on 7, this is on 4, this is on 4, this is on 4, this is on 2. Like, you're not having any gold mines developed, which is a gigantic misplay. You should invest into the deving of the gold mines. Say fuck you inflation, invest into POC tier advisors as you're already doing, and try to conquer as much as possible, because Batuan ideas are actually goddamn good. Your religion now is also goddamn good. If you have 5% discipline, 10% morale, the shock damage received was nice but not game breaking. Infantry combat ability, like, I think you could do way more, be a bit more aggressive and have your gold mines, and you will be POC tier in next to no time. Kill was not even your vassal. I don't know how that happened. Like, I just hope you kill them and then you expand even more, because Portugal is coming knocking on the doors, and if I learned one thing in history classes, if colonizers are coming for you, it's not a good time. So, kill them off and burn them all. So, next nation, Ethiopia. I think this was played by Zaibu last session. It's allied to Mamluks and Batua, which is like a bit Pega for me. Why the hell are you allied to both your expansion ranges? In my opinion, you should have aimed for contesting the Mamluk formation, and that would have easily been possible, in my honest opinion. Yeah, you are on 14 ideas, that is alright. For the free income, your gold mines are deft, which you can easily... What the fuck, they're not deft. Where's this gold mine on 17 and this other gold mine on 3? Dev it to 10. It's not that hard, people. It's not that hard. Taking Adal currently. Please kill off Yemen. Expand here. Kill Mamluks. Like... Ah, man. Like, I think you're cock-blocking yourself so hard. You could expand so much more if you actually wanted to. Like, Mamluks is a fucking joke. Right now, they're on 8 ideas. You are so much strong. Like, they are a quality, innovative offensive. Like, you are so much stronger than them. Like, put up your balls and int them. You're so much stronger, beat them up. You need to think yourself as the big bully in school, and Mamluks is the guy with the cool candy, and you are like, give me your candy. The candy in this case is Egypt. And then you're really, really good. I know that you only just joined the last session, but I think you can do quite a lot to fix this nation in next to no time, and you should do that to keep relevancy. So, let's take a look at Karakayonlu. What is cool? RR? 334, Orthodox, 13 ideas. I don't know how this country managed to be so fucking behind. We'll finish economic ideas at least, which is at least something. Has decent ideas, can form Persia in some time. Which will bump up the country into relevancy. Sistan and Ajam are marches of Uzbek. I think you are able to form Persia. Yeah, you are. Nobody's really going to contest your formation. Currently, you're like weak. Like you're stronger than your neighbors. You have 40 income, but you're still weak as hell for what you should be at that time frame. You killed Timorous, which is really impressive. But like, how are you going to beat Russia? How are you going to beat Ethiopia? How are you going to beat Hungary? I don't really know why. How. Like, this is absolutely haram. We'll convert that to Orthodox. Like, I think you still get the modifier. Yeah, for Jerusalem. Try to do it as fast as possible. Like, this nation has so much potential. Baghdad was used to spawn an institution, I guess, which was the Renaissance, but man, it's not looking good. I think Mali was played. I will give it a short overview because it's not looking that relevant to me. Wars in the war against Morocco, Allied Aragon, which is now Spain. It's surviving. Mali ideas are garbage. Like, you have 10% manpower, 5% discipline, 10% ICA, and some trade. 14 ideas, that's alright. 60 income, due to your gold mines, level up to 10. That's actually good play. Using good advisors, also good play. But man, you're Mali. Like, Mali ideas are nothing special. You're good at ideas. I think you just need to form something. You just need to form something. Like, I always view Mali as a nation that has a great potential because of the gold mines, but is utterly cockblocked by your garbage ruler and your garbage ideas. You already won against Portugal. Yeah, that's not really an accomplishment, to be fair. Like, Portugal is usually one of the weakest nations in the game on a military front. Portugal actually stayed to Africa, the madman. I guess once you conquer it, you will have cash, but you need to farm attack to be relevant. It's just my point of view. Development wise, you'd have the gold mines. This for an institution, I guess. This for an institution, I guess. Christ and manpower dev. Why the hell is this? Like, on the one hand, it's not looking that garbage. Like, I'm actually really surprised it's looking better than I thought. Way better than I thought, actually. You went golden arrow to death. Like, you just need to farm attack, and then you're golden. Click W. Mamluks are in their golden era, which will last for 23 more years. Military wise, they are okay-ish. I would say they're behind, ahead in tech, but horribly behind in ideas. Will catch up easily though if they're not de-installing the game. But on the other hand, how the hell is this country going to be relevant when one country is going to end it? Like, I don't really know how. This is really, really odd. It might just my personal opinion. I don't know what happened there. Like, this guy is 355. Is going to take over the goddamn state of Mamluks, but it's just costing you more time and prosperity. Spain is coming knocking on the doors, and I don't really see how you're going to survive catching up on ideas. On the other hand, innovative ideas that early are not good. Not good in any world. Economic ideas are king. Take economic ideas next game, otherwise high quality build would be weak on deving, so it will have a hard time, I guess. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this area. So I will... England is pretty much dead. I will not talk about England. Aragon managed to form Spain. I don't really know if they're allied to France. I think it's alright and it makes sense for France to ally Spain until the Age of Reformation is over and Spain starts to become dog shit once they wasted all his missions and Turkios are gone. Yeah, you got the gold mine from Morocco. Yeah, Florence pretty much dead. Great future ahead. Just take cover for France. That's pretty much what I have to say about this country. 1 or 2 income, nothing special for France. don't know why you're using a +3 advisor. Which costs you that much cash, which is take the more manpower guy instead. Otherwise, alright looking. Could be developed a bit. You're staying Catholic for whatever reason. Your Castilian primary culture, you know, not. I think you could think about going for the free Morocco formation, take the 2.5% discipline, and then form Spain again. That would be my take on the thing. He have Spanish missions, of course, not the Aragonese. Does he have Golden Era or Golden Century or whatever this mission is called? He does not. So, next nation is France, which is looking way better. And now, because Turkey's fixed the nation, it's a disgusting hackbox, people dreams, 17 ideas. We'll finish quantity ideas soon. Garbage innovativeness, which is also due to the fact that he had like 28 corruption. He's Orthodox, he can easily convert his country. You will get the English channel for pretty much free. Just kick Denmark out of the Isles and easy. Spain is an endgame tech, yes, I just remembered. Good suggestion, Koreax. Like, France can just sit on their bum, death, and just eat up Switzerland and the British Isles. Yeah, you could, but then you would not get Spanish ideas, if I'm remembering correctly, and if you're Aragon, you want Spanish ideas 100% of the time. So, killed England, which is an impressive feat, even though it was a disgusting hackbox. Flanders taking over everything, people James. Form it as Aragon culture, you keep Aragonese missions, right? What? I didn't know it was working like that. And I learned something after 2,600 hours. Yeah, that's pretty much it for France. Nothing relevant. Welcome to your disgusting naval nation. With Danish ideas, reformed religion, not forming Hanover. Click W. This is like literally in the cock block. These are like the part is so retarded. Like he's Westphalian primary and he cannot form an over. Like why are you just not leaving the goddamn majory? It's so easy. It's so easy, man. Nation's looking good. Good income. Good tech up mana, like the nation's not looking bad. Just needs to throw mana over ASAP. Nation of Ragey actually managed to survive this horrible early game. Oh, 556 ruler, very Poco 656 air. That's the Prussia I like to see. 10 behind in ideas, but still alive, which amazes me. 28 income, which is alright considering the circumstances this country is in. Cannot really do that much. I think it should go on a mill focus to start deving a bit. Ruler is great, other botanic tables upcoming. Disposito Achille are also there, looking pretty pock. The question is, what is this country going to do? Cologne is a vassal. I think he should war against Denmark at one point, but like, what the hell is he going to do against this disgusting hackbox? Nothing. Really weird situation to be in. He should probably also attack Poland, in my honest point of view. It's not like he already tried, but it did not work out. Our Western nation is looking better than I expected it would look. I could maybe ask some people to invest in it. That would be a really good point of view. So let's take a look at Sweden. I know that Sweden failed the conversion to Orthodox twice, went bankrupt recently. Is behind in quantity ideas, 24 income, 1 loan. Warred Russia to prevent the Russia formation and did not prevent Russia formation. He got Neva. It should have helped Russia. It should have entered Russia to the oblivion of hell. So, yeah, what should I say about Sweden? He broke the rabbits like a month ago. Can I just comment people teams and leave this nation? Like, it will convert to Orthodox with 1 button click. Like, this country went all out to stop Russia formation and it failed. Like, this is pretty much the story of this game for Sweden. There is expansion here, but I don't see the country surviving at all. Poland, 036 ruler, horribly behind on that front. Should continue to rule out corruption ASAP. Like, needs to get colonialism ASAP, catch up and act like horribly behind. Like, ouch, ouch, ouch. Like, not even close to Ruthenian primary. Like, I disagreed with the entire game plan of Poland. I think he's not doing horribly for people not following distinct's early game Poland plan. Religion wise, it's not, it's also close to some problematic regions. Oof. Like, it will be in a problematic spot. Really problematic spot. It's on 49 years, the good ideas only start here. I think the nation just had a horrible last session, and that's pretty much a TLDR, also doomed to die. As sad as it sounds, like, I think the deving in some parts of the country went really good. Nicely deved some parts of the country. But I just think the war was not that well done overall. I think both sides could have fought it way better. You need to annex Lithuania as well ASAP, just for Kiev. Like, if I were you, fully honest, I would just say, fuck this, I'm going straight down admin focus now, which is already done. Your ruler is utter poop, go this guy, then you go this woman, and once you fuck over the corruption, just try to get Ruthenian formation ASAP. Like, if Russia wants to kill you, Russia kills you at this point. Unless Hungary intervenes, but oof. You need to form Ruthenia really, really soon. Yeah, he just got out of bankruptcy. I know that. Just not in a good spot. In Hungary, will probably take care of that. So Bohemia. Bohemia is one of the best built-up countries right now, due to bankruptcy building. Built a lot of regimental camps. We paid corruption to not go into bankruptcy. Corruption is high, but the income is also high. Nation is going to bankrupt. bankruptcy building. Behind on ideas. It's not Saxon primary. Like, how should I always paraphrase it? Like, stuff like this is so odd. Like, this alliance doesn't make sense. You should form Prussia ASAP. Go for Brandenburg and go for Poland. And you're strong. Like, kill Venice. Pretty much TLDR. Otherwise, the country is looking in a good spot for the future. And just got Tyrol. But just needs to finally get good ideas and stop bankrupting as a second bankruptcy. Which is way too much in the early game. Mütterchen Russland. So time for Russia. What is Russia saying? I think that Russia is having a horrible income right now. That's due to the fact that this thing just avoided explosion. He's in internal conflicts right now, which he can end in below 1 year if he's not a Pepega. So we will leave eternal conflicts. You can just pay a bit of cash to get away rid of all the corruption. Let's take a look. My feeling when looking at my potential allies, like this thing, you have never ever sent a wholesome PM to Walrus or Darth and said, "Hey, one ally." You just said, "Don't take my land here. Huh? This is my land, right for Russian land. People cheaps." And that's pretty much it. Maybe you could change that. Wink, wink. You can fix it within a year. A lot of things here will go away. For the sake of the argument, and we're only missing Poland, I'm going to show it. Bam! He's already out. Like, of course, you would need to be a Walrus level of player to do this, but I guess this team is a Walrus level player to do that. People cheaps. Otherwise, I think Russia has a bright future ahead of it, because Russia is in the hands of a highly competent player. Russia has really developed quite a lot already in some areas. Is horrible poor because they seem misplayed some aspects of it. Got a big attack. And yeah. People James, 2000 manpower recovery. Russia is also pock pock. Like, look at this. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Tasty, tasty. Mr. Distinct. Also part of the 21 Idea Gang featuring Sassoon. Pretty cool country. Last country I'm going to take a look at is Hungary, which I'm playing with Darfman. Hungary is doing some things to appear weaker as it is right now, so I'm not going to show them off. Currently saving up points for some things. Wink, wink. We'll finish quantity ideas pretty soon. It's a bit behind on mill, which will be fixed in next to no time. Ruler is alrighty. This piece of horrible air will turn in 12 years, but we are able to get rid of it in 6 years afterwards with Sage General. So just a small, horribly thingy. He's behind the mill tech, but he is finished with quality ideas, so I don't see the problem here. It's not like Miltech 10. It just proved Franken Range is a better cannon. Yeah, I think Hungary is looking pretty good. Don't know what it's going to do. I sadly see that Darth has not kept the name of my glorious army that I renamed. Chernigov was an inside job, or Chernigov was me. to prove who was behind the entire journey of me, Marie, in session 2. Yeah, that's pretty much it for Walrus Cast. Thanks for joining, and see you next week when you are out of bankruptcy.